Hello guys, welcome to a brand new video, and today we'll be looking at a number of unreleased and removed or any other weird maps that have been in Tanki Online over the last few years. These include a lot of maps that were created either by map makers or developers and were originally designed for testing purposes or just weren't added into the game for some reason. We will cover a lot of maps in this video, so strap in. Okay, so this is Cave. Now, this map was made in 2009, before the game was even released, and as you can see, it was made to test a lot of cave props and the physics that will go along with them. As you can see, it just features one rectangular cave that has crevices inside, and you can just sort of pass through. There's also this weird brown patch. I don't know what this is supposed to mean. It originally had a CTF mode when it was being tested, so this was meant to be used for capture the flag. Unfortunately, right now in the game we do not have a single map that has cave elements, so it looks like this testing was in vain. Alright, the next map that we are looking at is Crash. And this was a map that was made to test Tanki Online 2.0. That was basically supposed to be a successor to Tanki Online. I'm sure you know about it, but if you want to see a video dedicated purely to Tanki Online 2.0, I can make it for you guys if you want that. As you can see, this was supposed to be some kind of city with all these headlights and stuff like that. It has the skyscrapers, skybox, so this definitely does give some skyscrapers vibes. And more importantly, there's a plane that crashed on the side of this building right here. So yeah, this was just supposed to be a city type map. As you can see, there are a lot of passages, but as you can see, this was never finished, and Tanki Online 2.0 was never actually made into a real thing. We even have some low poly cars. That is it for Crash. Alright, next map should be really familiar to you guys. It is Iran, but it's covered in snow. So this is the winter version of Iran. It even has its unique skybox, and this was made allegedly in 2010 by Mehdadu, the original dude that made Iran. He also made a winter version to go along with it, but for some reason this never actually made it into the real game. No one knows why, because the reasons are unknown, but as you can see, it is really interesting. It kind of gives a contrast to the desert feeling, and if we had this now in the game, it would give a breath of fresh air here and there. Alright, now we are jumping into a map that was removed from the game in 2011, I believe, and this is called Kingdom. The maker of this map is unknown, but as you can see, it does feature a lot of the castle props that Wolfenstein has today, and it even has this very unique castle. As you can see, it looks very cool. As you can see, tanks actually could make their way here and kind of have a little area to shoot on. You can see that this was made during 2010 because it has the old graphics feel. It also has some red marks. This kind of reminds me of the bomb sites in Counter-Strike, but for some reason there are two A signs, so I don't know what that is about. Maybe a secret mode? I don't think so. Very interesting map. Next map is Labyrinth, and this was made and removed in 2011. As the name says, yes, this is a labyrinth, but it was released sometime in 2011 and was only removed a day later because some players reported that they couldn't actually join the map. So yeah, rest in peace. We're not going to miss you. You were here for only a day, so yeah. Next map is Train Station, and this was a map that was made to commemorate December 1st of 2011, which was when Tanki Online got the Runet prize, which, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the best video game in Russia or something. It actually had more crystal boxes than other maps that of its size, and it was very popular among players, but the map was actually removed when the celebrations were over. So yeah, as you can see, there's a little passage for like a train or something, so that's why it's called Train Station. Next map that we are covering is Fly Test. So as you can see, this was a testing map. Once again, it has a variety of ramps and kind of just surfaces, so nothing too special, but this was actually a test server special and it was there for a long time. So basically, when you wanted to play the test server and you wanted to rank up, and you couldn't do add score in the chat to just give you XP, and that was the way that the test server worked for a long time. And this was actually the map that you needed to play every time you wanted to rank up in the test server for a long time. So yeah, a bit of trivia. Here is another removed map, and this is called Platform. So this was made by an independent map maker, and he won a contest in which you could just submit your own map, and this was in July of 2013. His name was Tank789, so not a really interesting name, but he made this map. He wanted it to be called Unreal, but the developers settled in for Platform, and this map was removed because Mr. Tank789 himself requested it for it to be removed. I don't know why, but yeah. As you can see, this is a very whack map. Look at these kind of just circular areas that you could enter. Wow. Maybe this is where you would spawn? I don't know. A lot of gaps and holes. I wonder what this map would look like today with today's meta. Here's another map which looks similar to Iran, but it's not actually Iran. It was made by the same dude, but this one is called Persia, and he basically wanted to make another desert map, but this map was never released. As you can see, it had a more vast tunnel system than in Iran. There is no real center area. It's a bit more cramped, and as you can see, it is actually a lot different in comparison to Iran. This here is a map called Test, so pretty boring, but it was made in 2009, right when the game was actually being made, and it just features a canyon of some sorts and a mountain in the center, and this was made to test tank physics, so yeah. And finishing off the video, I wanted to finish with the infamous tutorial map. I'm sure this brings back a lot of memories. I don't know if it counts as a removed map or something, I don't know, because it was only actually used in the tutorial. But yeah, this brings back a lot of memories, of course. This was the map where you did the tutorial. You had to destroy a bunch of tanks, get your tank upgraded. I actually made a video like 3.5 years back, I don't know, where I showed off how you can actually still play that tutorial. So if you want to check that out, check it out. Now this is interesting. If you actually go to this area right here, this was the one where you spawned. Damn, these props are so cool. And yeah, that will be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.